Hey guys, this is my first video. It's Postal Opal with.
Zoe.
So today we're looking at this Wello Ethiopian Opal. Looked really good. Had a lot of color play. And here you see me just showing you guys what I was looking at. Um, I was going with a circular shape for this and then a medium dome. So let's check it out. I'm starting with the 600 grit Nova Point resin based. And you're basically seeing me start out. This is after I brought it to a wheel and shaped it all. And just grinding it down and getting the dome shape all ready. And Zoe, what do you think of this?
I think it's cool, and I think you put a lot of time into it.
It took about, I would say, like 5 hours from start to finish to do this.
Yeah.
But I go from 600 to 1200 to 3000 to 50,000 grit, points on this. And then I'm gonna finish it up with uh, polishing paste, diamond polishing paste. I go all the way from 2,000 to 120,000 grit on the polishing paste. So I'm doing it with just your standard Dremel. I was gonna use my wheel, and it has an attachment for the Dremel, but it just doesn't go at a high enough RPM. This one has variable speeds. I think I'm doing this one at like the second level. I had really high hopes for this one, and you'll see how it turns out in the end. I think the result is a pretty good metaphor for life. Sometimes you can put all your heart, time, love into something, and it'll either turn out beautiful or it can turn out a disaster. What will it be? What do you think, Zoe?
I think it would be good because the other opals you've been doing look really good.
Thank you. Thank you for your vote of confidence. So, yeah, I these next few videos will all be after I've shaped them on a wheel because I wasn't really planning on making a from start to finish video for these, but I was like, you know what? This is a really awesome freaking color play. It has a nice dark background with the fuchsia and the green and the blue, and you don't. I haven't really gotten that in the past. Those color variables, but right now I'm on the 1200 Nova Point, getting out all those deep scratches that 600 creates, and this is pretty much the name of the game. You're covering up scratches with smaller scratches. Oh, here we go to a 3000. Check that out. So it's got a pretty good shape. There's a little divot that you'll see if you look closely enough that I'm trying to buff out on the dome. So right there, it's lower than the rest of the dome, and that was pretty much what I was battling this whole time, was getting an even, not evil, maybe a dash of evil, an even level dome. Because when I was shaping this, I accidentally went too low on one side, so you have to keep the whole thing concentric, and that's what I'm doing here. You can see it's absorbed a lot of water. These Ethiopian opals suck the water really quickly and absorb it, and they hold it for like anywhere from 1 to 3, sometimes 4 days. So you're not going to see any of the color play right now. And by the time I did the final clip, that was 3 days later. So that's all the water had completely dried out. But yeah, here I am just getting the opposite side of that bowl divot and trying to even it out. It's kind of like the shape of New Orleans, how it's a bowl sitting inside the Earth's crust. That's what I accidentally created on one side of the opal.
I actually studied social studies.
Zoe makes it makes Zoe think of social studies.
Yeah.
A lot of opal, does involve social studies because you have to know where the opal comes from.
Yeah.
hmm There's Ethiopian and Australian.
We haven't done social studies in such a long time.
Well, here's a crash course. This is from Africa.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's from really far away. And this is really great because you can't see me working at all on it. It's outside of the frame that I didn't notice. But take my word for it. I'm doing an A+ job right there. All right, looks like I got it back in frame. So, yeah, just do this till your fingers bleed. Yeah, I'm on the 300 Nova point, and then we'll go to, or the 3000 grit Nova point, and then we'll go to 50,000 grit. I need to get some intermediate Nova points from 3000 and up because I think there's like 3 other Nova points I could get. So let's see. Yeah, I dropped this a bunch of times. There's a bunch of B-roll of me just looking for it for 30 minutes on the ground, on my hands and knees.
Yeah.
That's the name of the game. Get used to it if you're gonna do this.
Responsibility.
Yep, you are responsible for this opal. There's my floor is probably littered with opal that I just haven't discovered. It's essentially a mine in the house.
Yeah.
It's an opal mine. Your house becomes an opal mine. Yeah. All right. So, all right, what I'm doing on the back side is with these when you set them, you want to take off the edge of the circumference of the opal. You want that to be at about like 30 to 40 degrees from the plane of the back. You're basically because that just creates a point what's the word? Of vulnerability. So when you set it, that edge all around it, it needs to be cut down so that it doesn't create fractures in the future and stuff like that. All right. So I think we're going to be going to the 50,000 soon. What do you think so far, Zoe?
I think it looks really good. I can't wait to see it at the end.
You like the shape and all that?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, this is one of the easier ones to think of a shape because with every rock you have to look at it and see the shape inside underneath the crust and everything.
Yeah.
After you get the crust off, you have to see what's left of that gem and then pick a shape that will yield you the most carats in the end. So this one was an easy, you know, circle to create. So, yep. I spent a lot of time on the 3000 because I just kept finding scratches and stuff that I had to get out. And that divot too. See, I'm looking for that divot to see if it came out. I was just fighting that the whole time, the whole way through. But
It's very annoying.
yeah, it can become a problem if it's really shallow. Thankfully, this wasn't too shallow. It wasn't irredeemable. It could be, fixed.
Yeah.
Alright. So those opals in that triangle tray, those will be the next videos. See how I already have them shaped and off the wheel? That's what I'm talking about. I had already shaped these on the wheel. In the future, I'll be showing the wheel process, and I just use a 600 grit, um, a 600 grit diamond aluminum wheel on a Vevor, um, what would it be called? A Vevor machine.
Yeah.
So pretty cool, pretty cool. All right, we're going to the 50,000. Here we go.
I know.
Right? Felt like it took longer than me doing it in real life.
Yeah.
So you want to keep getting these gems wet intermittently. See how I keep dunking it?
Mm-hmm.
The last thing you want to do is do it dry. Um, so this is me getting out those last scratches on the surface. If I do say so myself, I'm doing a bang up job. I'm putting everything I have into this. I've gone full Super Saiyan mode, as you can see. Look how fast I'm moving. It's almost remarkable. It's not because I put it at 3 times speed. It's not because it's fast forwarded. This is actually how fast I am. Okay, that was a lie. This is fast forwarded. If I did not fast forward this, then it would be 3 times as long of a video.
Yeah, I was like, dude, you're such a liar. You fast forward it.
Yeah, this is fast forwarded. Alright, so pretty cool. You're really getting to see some of the fruits of your labor at this point. That final shape is there. And here we go. Polish time. That's the arsenal. So it looks like I think I started with 6,000 actually. The 6,000 diamond grit paste. So I put it on the felt wheel and then I just rub it on the stone. And you have to drop it at least 13 times. 13 to 27 times.
Wow.
As you'll see here. This is the hardest part to actually keep a handle on it. Because you're basically polishing in oil.
Yeah, and like it's slippery, so.
It's super slippery and all that jazz.
Like, say you have
There I do. There I did it again. I dropped it again.
like, say you have a bar of soap. It's like a bar of soap.
Exactly. Like a bar of soap dipped in butter and then thrown into a vat of oil.
That's why we don't get sticks of butter. I mean, not sticks of butter, 6 sticks of soap.
Yep.
We just pump it from the bottle.
We're a liquid soap family here.
Yeah.
For sure. So yeah, it does look like you started with the 6,000 grit. In the future, if anyone knows, I don't know if I have to start from the lowest amount of grit diamond paste. On my next video, I'm just starting at, I think I'm starting at a 40,000 and going up to 120,000. If this is something you don't need to do, going through all of these, I would love to know in the comments. So 12,000, yeah, because I may just be wasting my time. I'm not a professional. I've only been doing this for a little while.
Not yet.
Not yet, but it's a labor of love, and Opal teaches you a lot because you can put everything into a stone and you don't, you're gambling. You really don't know what the end is going to look like, right?
Yeah.
But that's why I love Opal, because I have a gambling problem.
Very funny.
Uh-huh. All right. Got it. Okay, so we're at 3 times I've dropped it, so only 10 more times to go. Okay. Yeah, I would love to know if I don't need to go through these lower grits. Because this alone took me like an hour. No joke.
Yeah.
So if I don't have to use the like half of these, that'll save me half the time.
Yeah.
So leave a comment, like, and subscribe.
Yes, I'm like such a regular person that does YouTube
Yeah,
videos.
I'm getting the hang of it. Even though this is my first video. I know the jargon. I sure do.
I still can't believe how bad it's snowing.
Yeah, it's snowing out here. It's been like 0 to 14 degrees, 0 degrees to up to 14 degrees.
My feet are freezing. I should have put my socks on.
Yeah. I'm gonna start wearing like 3 pairs of socks at once.
Yeah, at some point I'm gonna have to wear like 3 pairs of jeans or leggings.
Right? Yeah, it's definitely long john days right now. We're in Oklahoma, so
Yeah.
it's gonna be a cold winter.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm on the 20,000 right now, and at this point, it just feels like this is my life now. This will never finish. I'm probably like 40 minutes into polishing, but
Like, it's like you only have like 1,000 more minutes.
I know I saw no end in sight. But the whole time you're thinking, okay, how is this gonna look? This is gonna look freaking awesome. I've put so much time and energy into this. Each one you have to do the best you can because the results will show how much time and energy and love that you put into it.
Yeah, and you have to stay confident because if you're not, like, what's
Confident.
the use?
Yeah, confidence is very important in this. You can't, tuck your tail between your legs and give up. Giving up is not an option.
Yeah, because most people do it. I do it. Everyone's done it at some point.
Lost confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's like, what's the point? This is not gonna turn out great when you have to stay confident. But even if it doesn't turn out great, it can still be good in some way. It can like look like a cool shape that's not even real.
That's really smart too, what you just said there, because I think the most successful people have failed the most because failing teaches you how not to do something.
Mistakes help you learn.
They do. And so right now this is the 40,000 grit, and now we're going to uh, the 80,000. I may have messed that up. It may have been 50,000 that I just did, and now I'm on 80,000.
Yeah, you did like 50,000.
Mm-hmm.
Grit.
All right. Yep, you just never know at the end.
Yeah.
It can go one or two ways. You do not know.
You gotta stay confident.
Yep. Don't lose faith in yourself. If it doesn't turn out how you thought it would, that's a-okay. It'll hurt. It will hurt a little.
Yeah.
That's fine though.
Well, you can do anything.
It hurts to fall off a horse, but what matters is you get back on it, right?
Yeah.
All right, so this is the 100,000 diamond grit paste. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Just in those final stages. The next video will be a drop cut. So the color on this next one is gonna be really good. I have high hopes for it. And it was one of the easiest cuts I've done, surprisingly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unlike this one caused me problems because of that little bowl I created in it on accident.
So here's my question: are you gonna turn it into a ring or a necklace?
Good question, Zoe. So this will probably be a necklace, but it would look cool as a ring too.
Yeah, I was thinking a ring because like the shape.
It could be either one, but
you can make it either one, but it has to be like big and the right shape.
it would look awesome in either one, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't. The truth is, I don't know yet, but I have imagined it. There, I dropped it again. But I have imagined it as a necklace for like a girl.
Yeah.
It would look really cool. Angles, dead spots, but it looks freaking awesome. The problem is, from a naked eye, it you're not gonna see that much color play as you're seeing right now.
Yeah.
It's a shame, but it is what it is. Thank you, and come again.